The 2021 Malaysian State of Emergency Proclamation is an ongoing national state of emergency that, declared by the Yang di-Pertuan Agong of Malaysia Sultan Abdullah of Pahang to curb the spread of COVID-19 in Malaysia. On the 25th of October 2020, the Yang di-Pertuan Agong Sultan Abdullah of Pahang rejected Prime Minister Muhyiddin's request for him to declare a state of emergency in response to a spike in COVID-19 cases throughout Malaysia. On the 16th of December 2020, Prime Minister Mahathir invoked a state of emergency to stop by-elections scheduled to be held in the Bugaya constituency of Sabah and the Jerak constituency in Perak scheduled for January 2021. The Yang di-Pertuan Agong Abdullah had assented to the request to impose the states of emergency within these two electorates in response to a third wave of infections, which had risen to a total of 86,000 cases and 422 deaths by the 16th of December. On the 12th of January 2021, King Abdullah of Pahang declared a national state of emergency until at least the 1st of August 2021 to curb the spread of COVID-19 and in response to a political crisis involving Prime Minister Muhyiddin's Perikatan Nasional government. Under the state of emergency, Parliament and elections were suspended while the Malaysian government was empowered to introduce laws without approval. Nonetheless, some parties, particularly the opposition, disputed the real motive for the implementation of the emergency, namely whether the emergency was declared to curb the COVID-19 pandemic or was politically motivated. The National Alliance government is currently in a precarious situation with the PN government easily losing a simple majority. Meanwhile, supporters supported the emergency as it could prevent any election that could further spread the COVID-19 threat, and called for the emergency to be maintained until the COVID-19 pandemic became more under control. The decision to close the parliamentary session in an emergency situation became a dispute among the country's politicians throughout the proclamation, with the opposition struggling to put pressure on the government to open the parliamentary session for the benefit of the country. Nevertheless, many supported the closure by arguing that the closure of the parliamentary session could have avoided the COVID-19 threat among politicians as well as parliamentary employees. The Emergency Ordinance 2021 enacted in March 2021 as an ordinance that emphasizes the issue of untrue news regarding the COVID-19 pandemic. However, the ordinance raises concerns about any abuse of the ordinance that could affect the freedom of speech of Malaysians, especially in the country's ongoing political crisis. These concerns also led to small-scale protest rallies by observers of the right to freedom of expression.